Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Dwayne here, 8-Bit Vinyl. Today we're going to talk about sound systems, specifically a sound system here that I'm going to boost up my KI cabinet with if it hasn't been intensified, and it's totally awesome to play already. We're going to put a Klipsch 2.1 Pro Media sound system into this arcade. And really just boost up the sound, make this arcade cabinet even more inviting and more desirable to play than it already is, really intensify the bass, and just make this thing surround the entire arcade in your home. So we're going to get that started right now. So here it is, guys, the Klipsch 2.1 THX desktop computer Pro Media stereo system that I'm going to install in the arcade 1-up. You can get these, like I said, for about $70. I've mentioned in previous videos, $70 with free shipping from Walmart.com. Sometimes you can find them on eBay for a super deal. Definitely the cheapest way to go. I've put 5 of these different systems in various cabinets and it's never disappointed. It's a real easy hookup. You don't need preamplifiers. It gives you a 6 to 6.5 inch sub. These 4-inch mid-ranges and some tweeters, and you actually don't, just putting the thing inside the cabinet actually does engulf the sound and doesn't sound muffled, and you can really turn it up. So my plan is to take this apart, show you how to hook this up in your Killer Instinct cabinet in this particular video, and just see how you guys like it. Give me your recommendations of different stereo systems that you've put in your systems or you'd like to put in there. I think this is a real cheap, inexpensive way, not only to get a louder volume out of the cabinet, but also to get a more fuller sound, a deeper bass, and just kind of really immerse you into the gameplay. So yeah, let's get it started. Let's get this opened up and check it out. First things first, we have nice things about these is they come with stands. Here's your speaker wire for your front and left, but these come with some amazing grills. And what this is just a modulator. It has a little slide groove on it right here. This is going to control your subwoofer, sound, and your overall volume. And I'll explain that a little bit later in the video. But basically this is going to slide underneath this, and it can be literally in either one of the speakers. You can't go wrong. Literally slides on there like that. Slide it forward and you're good to go. So what this is going, this cable right here will plug into the back of your sub. This will also plug into the back of your sub as your left. And then this, a little 1/8 inch jack that comes out of here, is literally going to plug into the speakers of your arcade 1-up PCB in that 1/8 inch jack, and that's it. So this is the sub in my hand. It's a nice little size for you. Like I said, and then this is just going to plug into your power right out of the back side of your cabinet. So the cone usually faces the outer cabinet, but here it is. There's the size of the speaker right here. In proportion, here's the size of my hand, so it's not overwhelming. And this really does have quite a bit of weight in it. But anyways, yeah, just stick your sub this way. Like if I was facing the cabinet right now, this would go right on the bottom panel on the sub, and then the cone, the cone is going to face the open area on the other side. So you can see it right there, guys. It's a pretty good setup. And then I just kind of take these and I put them right on top like this, right inside my cabinet. And that's all I've ever done. And it sounds completely full. All right, so here we are on the back of the cabinet. First thing you want to do is take the back of the the Arcade 1-Up cabinet off. I basically slid the sub right down through here. You don't have to take the cabinet apart or anything. The sub fits down there nicely. You can see the sub facing in this direction toward the sidewall, and of course the cone faces toward the front of the cabinet. Just for a little better explanation. These are just resting on top of here just for now, no big deal. I can show you how to mount those in a minute. But anyways, coming down here, just to look at the back of the sub, you can see my settings right here on my knob. So I got, whoops, maybe a better angle here. My subwoofer and my main volume. And then down here at the sub, I basically have my left and my right speaker up top. This sub plugs right into one of these speakers here. It doesn't, like I said, it doesn't matter which one it's on. I try to put, obviously, this wire here on the left up to this speaker here and vice versa. So it, at least left and right, is in sync. Okay, so the next important tip is to turn the machine on. Keep it plugged in the whole time you're setting this. Come around to the back side of the cabinet, right? Let's turn up the main volume. Basically only turning this up a fraction. I have the sub right now. Here, there's a better angle. About, I don't know, a third of the way up. And basically we can test out our volume to see where we want to be. Right now on the actual arcade toggle switch on the control deck, I have it at 15. And then basically what you can do is set this wherever you want it for as loud as it's going to be. Already you can see it's really starting to break. Probably pretty loud. Switch works. Sorry about the yelling. You know, and that's how you can adjust your volume. Basically, you got the idea. So I just kind of turn my speakers around like this. And from the front of the cabinet, you really can't tell where the sound's coming from. Just so you can kind of see, I'll move some of this stuff out of the way. But this is the actual cable that comes from the speaker up, and it just plugs right in, right there, under your PCB board and your stock speakers. So nothing fancy there. Everything's ready to go. This is the original from the top, so I didn't even disconnect it. But you'll never even notice that it's not coming from up near your face and not from the cabinet, because it basically just surrounds you. Okay, so all I did as far as the power cord is I just notched this out a little bit so the actual end of the cord could flow through here, and then it can basically plug into the wall. Just so you knew how the back went on, and then it just basically screws on just like a normal Arcade 1-Up. Really want to get fancy with it, you guys, you could just hook this into a power bar inside the cabinet and line it all out so it all turns on at once. Or you can just put a power bar right here and just use your toggle switch. I didn't do that for this application, but just some ideas in case you want everything to turn on with a click of a switch. Maybe I'll show that in another video, or maybe you can check out my previous videos so you can kind of see how I did that. Yeah, I'm not quite sure if it's loud enough or not. I don't really know. Well, this this is another one in the books for today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope this inspires you to maybe kick up your system, put a sound system in it, if you're a KI fan. Just on a side note, you don't have to necessarily put these stereo systems in this particular cabinet. I've used them for Galaga, I've used them for old school Donkey Kongs, Tetris, you name it. It really isn't about the loudness of how much you get out of it. It's more about the depth. And if you remember in old school arcades, what invited you into the arcade was not just how loud it was, it's just how deep the bass sounded when you were shooting little flies on the screen in Galaga or eating little pellets on Pac-Man. It was just a deeper sound, and it just filled the arcade, and that's really what I was trying to accomplish here, not necessarily to blow your eardrums out. Obviously, it's awesome for this game. I definitely needed a sound system for this game. I was already thinking about it long before I bought the game. But anyways, let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you guys have other suggestions of sound systems. There are definitely other ones out there besides this. But this was a pretty quick and easy plug and play for $70 with free shipping, and it was definitely a high-end system. I think you can't beat it. I mean, you can buy JBL systems, you can buy JVC, stuff like that. But by the time you buy the amp, by the time you get that, you're spending $40, $50, and you still don't have a sub, and you still don't have the entire base of the thing. So this really gives you a fullness, and you could take this out and use it on your home stereo system, take it to parties, and it would crank there. And it's easily removable if you had to use it for another application. So anyways, thanks for tuning in again. It's Dwayne again at 8-Bit Vinyl. I appreciate you guys watching. I appreciate the community. And we'll see you guys on the next one.